Hey team, so I'm just walking down to a place called Buckley's Breakaway. It apparently has similarities in geographic construction to Wave Rock, but it's going to be a little bit different, I think. So I won't know until I get down there. Had a slight read of it. It's a bit of a walk. Down across a bit of a sandy base. It's I don't know how many people come here. But they say it's worth the visit. So I'll have a bit of a look, eh? I can tell you this. Oh, every place you go, the fly seems to get worse. They are bad. But if that's the only thing we've got to contend with today, it's a good day. So they've got a few markers to walk the trail out. But suppose I'll check when we get back up. But this is granite. This is granite rock. It was formed in a different way. Well, actually it's quite impressive. So it's like granite with sand on it. Is that sand or salt? No, it's sand. Oh, look at the way it's cut out. Gee, it looks a bit prehistoric, doesn't it? Jeepers. It's quite beautiful, actually. Oh, look at the colours through the sand and through the rock and that there. It really is quite beautiful. Wow. It's pretty amazing, guys. Hey. Oh, look at this over here. Wow. It's beautiful, actually. Oh, there's a bit of an echo in here. It's actually quite beautiful. The colours and that, and the way it's carved out. And it is granite, which is amazing. Just not as exposed as some. Yeah. Quite a setting. Jeez, the flies. Go the bush fly. It's funny how it's just down this one end like this. But that's taken 25 million years to form. Which is a little bit of time. Jeez, 25 million years. Look at this, sticking out of the ground like that. Anyway, fantastic. There's a few things to see around Hyden. You know, easy spend a couple of days here. Easily. No way the video will do this justice. when you're down in here, it's really very impressive. Amazing stuff. You gotta love Australia. Oh, look at that. Carved around in there. Wow. Grass growing in. Little cavern formed out in there. So this has got you know, some sand and whatever washed down over it, but it's fantastic. Look at that. Wow. God, that's just been done by wind and rain and, you know, a bit of leaching of some sort of acid comes near the surface. Unreal. All down here in the bush, like a big hole in the ground. If you didn't know better, just looking at it on drive past, you'd swear it was a quarry, but it's obviously not. So the water still washes down when it's raining, you can see, and carves itself a little bit of a trail. So it washes through here almost like a creek bed. But wow. It doesn't feel real, guys. It's like it's like being on another planet. It's unreal. Oh well. So it's a little bit of a goat track, but pretty much something anybody can do. Finding your way back is the key. I think I come this way. Let's have a look for footprints. Oh, the ground's a bit hard for footprints. Oh no, I can see them. So I'll just go back to the steps. I'll tell you what, that'd be a bit eerie. Down there in the middle of the night, a little bit of a fire going. I reckon the wind would make some funny noises coming through there. I'm a little bit lost. Oh, there we go. There's the steps. Oh, that's better. Here we go. So you should be able to see it in the distance over there. But as you can see, it's just like a big quarry. But it's not, and it's worthwhile going and have a look at, guys. It's not far out of Hyden. 25-minute drive maybe. Bit less from the caravan park. She's good. She's worth a look. They got a little hut here that gives you some details. And it talks about how it was formed here, and the world beneath your feet, it states. The wheat belt is a vast, arid landscape of farmlands and woodlands, but what lies beneath the surface, below its undulating hills and broad plains, here's at Buckley's breakaway, is a rare opportunity to see the most hidden world and to discover how the landscape's formed. So I'm assuming that this is sort of showing how, like wave rock and that's formed, and but it just hasn't been anywhere near as exposed. How it was formed. I've got to read this, guys. It's interesting stuff. Fast forward a little bit if you're not keen. But about 30 million years ago, 30 million years, that's inconceivable. Years ago, who was on Earth for 30 million years? I don't know. When did when did monkey become man? Anyway, about 30, well, maybe not long ago. Anyway, about 30 years ago, the wheat belt landscape looked very different to that of today. As I've mentioned, granite outcrops covered the hilltops, slopes and valleys. The climate was very different too. It was humid and tropical with distinct wet and dry seasons. Yeah, so let's move north over the years, eh? This strongly seasonal climate persisted for millions of years and transformed the landscape. With each wet season, water leached out the granite's soluble elements like sodium, calcium and magnesium. Then as the water table fell during the dry season, these elements would be concentrated in the soil and washed away during the next rains. This unrelenting weathering slowly... Get away, flies. Oh, I've already had breakfast. There goes meat grip. Weathering... where was he? This unrelenting weathering slowly corroded the granite, dramatically changing its appearance. Minerals such as mica and hard pink feldspar, I've never heard of that, were altered to form the soft white kaolinite clay that forms much of the breakaway today. Quartz, however, which is very persistent to weathering, was unchanged and remained embedded within the kaolinite. On the surface, a residue of insoluble iron minerals accumulated. This formed the reddish crust of rock and gravel known as the laterite that today hides the weathered granite below. Oh, okay. Yes, so it says granite, but granite below. And this particular process has given it the look of it today. Pretty amazing. So 30 million years ago, nothing but granite bedrock. 25 million years ago, rainwater slowly leaches out the granite-soluble elements. Granite bedrock. 20 million years ago, iron is concentrated as a surface laterite crust and a thick clay zone forms below. And then today, rainfall runoff cuts down through the laterite to form Buckley's breakaway. Definitely worth a visit, guys. Definitely worth a visit. Bit of interesting reading here. I won't bore anybody with it. It's a personal thing. Yeah, worth a visit. I give it... Let's have a think. Walking around. I would give it a Old Fellas Travels rating of 9.5 out of 10. Yep, 9.5 out of 10. Definitely a tick in the bucket list must-see box though. There you go, guys. That's quite interesting. It's not as well known. Like, you don't hear anybody saying, oh, you got to go and see, you know, such and such, but everybody says you got to see Wave Rock. And just while we're in the region, so just to accumulate, we've got this here. We've got this here, Buckley's breakaway. You've got the humps, which personally, apart from the Wave or Wave Rocks, personally I think is a more interesting and a more fun rock to walk. But that's a personal opinion. Don't let me sway your mind to think until you see it yourself. Wave Rock's a definite must-see, for sure. The other thing that you don't hear much about, and I'd never heard of it before, but if you come out this way, out Hyden Way, especially if you're coming up through inland a little bit, you got to go and see the Tin Horse Highway. It is crackerjack. So that's a bit of summary, guys, of our visit. Tomorrow is pack up day. We're moving on. All right, guys, stay safe. Look after yourself. Don't forget to have a beer if you feel like one, or two. I've wound it back a bit. I generally only have about 4 now. And be kind to each other. It's important. See you guys. I hope you enjoy this series. I've got to get a new thing. You go like that? Is that how we do it? We'll work it out. See you guys.